Okay, we are doing another draft here, starting out this draft at 740. See how it goes. All right. Wow, a lot of good cards in this pack. Outcaster Trailblazer is the first one that I'm looking at here. Combo. This is the one that copies your opponent's tokens once a turn. And when you have your own token, you drain one. I mean, that definitely seems good. This is a good fine card. Campaign, I think, is good if your deck comes together. The Cactus is great. Buried in the Garden is very good. Almost even wonder if that's a better pick here than the Trailblazer. Um, hmm. I think we go with the Trailblazer just because it's kind of like a 2-for-1 each time. It helps you fix. It's only one color. We might not end up in green white. I should kind of like to not end up in green white if possible. Okay. Gila Courser is a pretty good one. This one ramps you, I guess. It doesn't really ramp you, it just pays you back. And yeah, I mean, you need a lot of legendaries, and I don't think there are that many legendaries in the Bant colors. Shouldn't expect to get any at least. Dance of the Tumbleweeds has been very good for me. Tyrant Scorn is fine. But let's go with the dance here. I guess the Getaway Glamour seems to be pretty good. Though if we're in the green deck, we might not be able to actually destroy their creatures, so we'll go with the dance. Okay, here we've got another Glamour. I'm liking the Grizzly here. If we want to stick with green. The This legendary I don't think is super good. Um, could also take a land here. Maybe that's a better play. Like we're definitely gonna play this card if we pick it. So, and it's not like the Grizzly is so much better that we're really missing out if we don't get it. Okay, this is a nice one. Hollow Marauder is a very good card. Usually costs 4 or 5 or less in the green black deck. It's a 2-for-1. Sometimes it's a 3-for-1. Otherwise, we have the Beaver here. I don't think the Shackle Slinger is particularly good. Be a different story if it put a stun counter on them every time, but doesn't seem powerful enough. Yeah, I think we go with the Hollow Marauder here and take that kind of as a signal that black might be open. Okay, and guess we're doing another green black deck because these are both great enablers for green black. I think I prefer the Naturalist as it kind of draws you a card. The Bloodseeker is fine, but the Naturalist has been a bit better. Oh, and a Servant of the Stinger. I've also been really enjoying this card. Um, Especially in the green black decks where it still is a creature that you can potentially reanimate, but it's also kind of like a removal spell for ground creatures. And of course, sometimes you get the Demonic Tutor. The Tornado, I think, is fine. The Raven is okay. But yeah, it looks like we're in the right colors here because the Lullaby is maybe the next best card, but not a lot of other good cards in those color and outside of the colors we've been. Here we could take a Visage Bandit, Rooftop Assassin, We could go for like the off-color desert, but I don't particularly like that. I think I prefer the rooftop assassin. Typically, these cards haven't played great. The enter the battlefield, destroy a creature, but some decks don't have a lot of game against flyers, and a 2/2 flying lifelinker is actually sometimes just fine on its own. Okay, this pack is a lot worse for what we've been drafting. Um, the Hellspur Brute, I haven't gotten to play with it, but it seems like a great card. In our deck, maybe not so much, but the alternative, I guess we could try Fake Your Own Death. I haven't really gotten to play with it yet. Okay, and from the first pack, a lot of the good cards did not wheel, but this is a solid 2-drop. Kind of combos with the Rise of the Varmints. If we can pick one of those up, you play the Rise of the Varmints, you give them all +1/+1 counter. Okay, yeah. Not anything great here. We'll take this just to cut off black. Hope not to play it. Oh, and the Grizzly Wield. Yeah, I think this is a fine card. Plays really well with the Throw from the Saddle. The four power matters stuff. I don't think we want to play the Reach for the Sky. We can avoid it. Okay. This first pack is a lot worse than this pack is a lot worse than our first pack. I really love Siphon Insight, but I'm honestly fine with first picking the Servant of the Stinger here. Let's see, Vraska joins up. Doesn't really do anything for us. This is a fine card. The Prickly Pear is fine, though. I think red is not greatest color combination. Yeah, we'll just take the Servant of the Stinger here. Okay. So green is not looking as open. I mean, or maybe this is just a bad pack for green. They only had one thing to take after all. But this is a excellent card. I'm not sure we'll have the ability to splash it, though. What are our other options? Maybe Shepherd of the Clouds is a splashable card here. That also kind of goes with our Reanimator theme. Yeah, that's what I think we're gonna go with. We could take this, but it's just a replaceable filler card. The Red Rock Sentinel I haven't gotten to play with. It seems like it could be good as like a late game draw engine, but let's try this guy out. Okay, so Mourner Surprise is the first thing that's kind of catching my eye here. Fierce Retribution could be an option. We are literally without any removal. So that does seem like maybe something we should take, even if it's a splash, and maybe kind of pivot into like an Abzan deck here. Okay. This is a pretty weak pack. We could take the Imp's Mischief as kind of like a we don't have removal, but we'll hold it up to remove your thing. I'm not a huge fan of that, though. I would rather just play the 2-mana 3/3. We've got a couple cards that enable it. Yeah, it's a creature, which we need. The alternative could be taking the desert. And maybe that's what we do here. Just take the desert. Okay, and instantly rewarded. Savage Smash is a fine removal spell. You have to be careful about not getting blown out. But the alternatives here are Free Strider Commando, which is fine, playable, and the Sentry. So yeah, let's take the Savage Smash. And here I think we'll take the Terminal Agony. So we might just get rid of these white cards. But yeah, removal is super important, and splashing is not impossible. So, okay, and yeah. So 3-4 removal picks in a row here. This is by far the best card in the pack, even outside of our colors. So, really happy to see that one come through. Ooh, Rise of the Varmints versus Cactarantula. This is tough. We're at 9 creatures. I feel like Rise of the Varmints is a little more difficult to overcome than the Cactarantula when it's in a good deck, and it's an uncommon. So I'm gonna take that, and I think we're gonna cut these white cards. Here, I think we'll just play the Buzzard as a playable card. And here we'll take the red rock on the wheel. Could help us splash these red cards. And we'll take the 3-3. So, not too bad of a pack for us. I think the first couple of packs were just unlucky that there were not really any good green or black cards in them. And then taking this desert was a really good choice because we were immediately rewarded with these 2 splashable red cards. So we're kind of like a Jundi Golgari deck here. Yeah, I think this card is perfectly fine. And I'll definitely play them as filler 2-drops. Though we do need to be careful. We might end up cutting one of them if we only have these as our 4-power enablers. Crash the Town is amazing. So is Cactarantula, from what I've heard. I haven't actually been super impressed with this in my own games. But Trash the Town has always been a 2-for-1 or even a 3-for-1. And we definitely want interaction here. So I think we're going to take this. Maybe we'll wheel the Cactarantula. Make Your Own Luck seems like a great card advantage spell. But just we don't have any good blue fixing. We haven't picked up any deserts for that. Outside of the Mirage Mesa. No great black cards, so yeah, we'll just take Trash the Town here. Okay, 2 excellent cards here for us. Stubborn Burrow Fiend and Blood Hustler. We don't actually have a ton of ways of triggering the Blood Hustler. So we're going to take the Burrow Fiend to go with our kind of graveyard synergies. And yeah, otherwise, I mean, we would love to see this wheel, but I doubt it will. Conduit Pylons or the Hard Bristle Bandit could be fine wheels. But yeah, this card can just win a game on its own. If they don't have removal and you get lucky with your mills. Okay, Murder. We're definitely taking that. This is some kind of unplayable artifact. Mourner Surprise would be nice. We actually don't really have any reanimation stuff. But we do have some graveyard synergies with the Marauder, the Varmints, and the Burrow Fiend. But yeah, I'm not going to pass up a Murder. It's just too good this set. Ooh, this is a tough pack. Outcaster versus the Festering Gulch. The Outcaster is really good if you have enough 4-power things. I don't think we do. So I think we just take the Festering Gulch here. Would love to play this, but yeah, I don't think we can pass up the free value there. Okay, and I should move this over here. I think we just take another Raucous Entertainer. I think we're good on fixing here. And once again, this pairs really well with the Rise of the Varmints. So we're at 15 creatures. This is a playable deck here for sure. Lush Oasis. I don't think we have any blue cards that we care that much about. The Summoner could be good, but I'm not sure we have enough 4 power creatures. Snakeskin Veil and Grizzly are also fine, but I think I want to take a Mourner Surprise here. We can maybe look to cut one of these sentries. Okay, here we could go with the Gigapede, the Dirge. I think we're just going to go with the Baron, though. We're definitely going to play this card. The Dirge is fine, but we already have enough playables. And here I think we'll just take another Desert. We didn't end up getting any Deserts Due, which is unfortunate. Ooh, nice. A Cactarantula came back. But yeah, the Cactarantula is a nice payoff for that. We'll just put this on the sideboard. Should be good on this. I think we can probably get rid of the Fake Your Own Death. We're at 5 here, so ooh, nice. I think we probably want to play these over the 3 mana 3/3s. Or actually, I think we want to get rid of this Buzzard. Oh, and we'll even play that Grizzly. As just another good playable 3-drop. I think we can actually well, let's separate out our removal really quick before we talk about what our other cuts are going to be. So, is this right? We've got yeah, I think we can cut this thing. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red sources effectively for 2 splash cards. I don't even know if we need to play the mountain. 16 to 7. I think we do get rid of this mountain here. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, 2. I guess we probably just play it safe. We do have a double black card in Murder that we do definitely want to be able to cast, but we have so much green. We just want to make sure we can play that. And then the other question is, okay, yeah, what do we want to pull this in? Because I kind of think this has some synergy with the Entertainer. Like turn 2 Entertainer, turn 3 Bristlepack Sentry, put a counter on it. It's a 4/4, effectively for 3 mana, which is above rate, I would say. Yeah, I think we can make that trade here. So the big issue with this deck is we only have the 1 reanimation, the Mourner Surprise. So we're pretty reliant on, like, if we mill both the Mourner Surprise and the Rise of the Varmints, we'll be in trouble. But and let's make sure I didn't mess this up. 17, yeah, 8, 9, 10, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe we should actually play it a little safer here. 7, 8, 9, 5, 7, 8, 9, and doing like a 9/9 split here. Just because we definitely want to be able to cast the Murder. Yeah, I don't know. It does seem safer though to do it like this, since we have so much more green. Yeah, let's just do it like this. And we can revisit if we're feeling like we maybe messed that mana distribution up. Okay, cool. We will go into some games now. All right. Game 1. I think this is a keepable hand. We'll start with the Entertainer. That way, if we draw a land, we can play this as a 2/4 Death Touch. Sorry about that. Okay, is a little scary. We might want to play the Bristlepack Sentry here just to be a blocker for that. Oh yeah, they are going hard on the aggro. Yeah, I guess we can do that. I I mean, I want to get value from this thing, but there's a decent chance they just kill whatever we play anyways. And yeah, okay, so this just saved us 2 damage, which is nice. Okay. We are going to play this guy now. Pass the turn. Next turn we can play a 2/4 Death Toucher. So yeah, it would have ended up, I think, working out better for us if we had gone with the Death Toucher there. Because making this a 4/4 is a lot better for us. Uh-oh. We lose, I think. We're in trouble. Alright, we will start by playing this. We really want to get red, and we did. Okay, nice. So next turn we should be able to kill the Bruce Tarl. And we even milled 2 creatures, so... yeah, we're not doing too badly unless they have a removal spell / combat trick. So if they attack with the Bruce Tarl, it might be a bit of a dicey block. Okay, they probably are not going to if they make that as their play. So in order to be mana efficient, I think that we go with the Terminal Agony here. I don't think we have anything that discards cards from our hand, so we're never gonna like get madness value. If we do the Savage Smash, then we could attack with, say, our 2/3. But I think we want to have that back as a blocker. So the only argument for not doing... yeah, maybe we just do this because it's a little safer. Less likely to get blown out while they're tapped out. And then we save this as a way that we can definitely kill them. Like, we're not going to get blown out with a 2-for-1 discard. Unless they, like, bullpen it or whatever. Yeah. Okay, and that's exactly why we wanted to do it with this this fight. Black has a lot of good instant speed removal. Okay. And we'll definitely trade off the... okay, here's an interesting question. Do we double block the Servant of the Stinger? Or do I trade with the Mine? I think since we have the kill spell, we just trade with the Mine Raider here. If they want to sacrifice that, it's fine. Okay, and they didn't even want to. And now this is really good. We get to get their last card with the Hollow Marauder. Okay. Yeah, that's really good. So we are in decent shape here. They can hit us with that Roadrunner every turn. Or do that. I'm going to block the Roadrunner here. Because that thing is going to be a problem for us. And we can just Mourner Surprise it back, I think. Oh, this is... if we draw... actually, yeah. If we draw a land here, I think we're in really good shape. Mourner Surprise. Get back the Hollow Marauder. Make them discard whatever they just searched. Yeah, this is really good. And now I think... Unless they top deck something really good, we should be... Oh, yeah. Look at that. Unless they top deck like a reanimation spell or something, we should be favorites to win here. I do think we chump here. And then a couple options for us. We could play the Dance of the Tumbleweeds, or we could double spell here. I think we do the dance though. And unless they rip another removal spell off the top, and we've got a huge creature. Okay, and let's also think about, we'll be making a 7/7. If I ping them for 1/18, does that eliminate the, like, make the flying clock any slower or faster? And I don't think it does, so we're gonna go for the surveil value. Get rid of that land and swing for 4. So yeah, we're in very good shape here. We might need to use a removal spell on this thing. We could be in trouble if they... Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Okay, next turn we can double spell and be protected from their attacks. Wow, they put a desert on top? Seems strange. So if... I guess they're trying to go for lethal next turn. But I can just kill their stuff. Let's see. I think we start by attacking. Okay, then I think we play this. And we'll add a black mana, I guess. Then we can play the Bristle Pack and the Servant of the Stinger. We know they're drawing just a desert. Okay, yeah. Nice. Alright, yeah. That was a little dicey at first, but then we stabilized and for the next one. Looks like there's not a lot of people at the Mythic level right now. We keep getting diamond opponents. Yeah, this is a keepable hand. Really nice being on the play here because we can plot this pretty effectively on turn 3. I am missing out a little bit of value. I guess there's a question here of whether we just play this out. I think we can get rid of that. If I play this out, we are losing some value from a mana perspective. But if I guess I'd rather just play this and put the pressure on. If they remove that, then so be it. If they destroy it, we do have the Mourner Surprise. And there's not a ton of removal in whites. Like, if they... Honestly, I'm probably pretty happy if they use their removal on this creature. Though I would obviously like to get the draw card value. Okay, nice. Right, so... we could actually Savage Smash here. And that does seem pretty good. Pushes 7 damage. I think we just go for the value play. start drawing cards, and we'll just pass. But next turn, okay, that thing we probably do want to try to kill. We want to double block. If we double block and they have the indestructible trick, we don't even get blown out. So I think I'm fine double blocking here. Yeah, it looks like they might have something. Ooh, I did not think of steer clear. That did blow us out. Yeah, that's a card that you don't see all that often, but definitely should have thought of that as a potential thing they would play. Yeah, kind of regretting throwing that into the graveyard, though we would still not be doing great. Having 5 mana is a lot better than 4, and we'd have a red source. So we'd be able to, like, double spell. I think that we have to Savage Smash here. I mean, honestly, we're in pretty bad shape because we kind of need to kill this Wily before it attacks again, before it's able to crew again. But at the same time, yeah, I guess one thing we could do is play the Burrow Fiend. Now let's try to get a land. Okay, yeah, that's pretty bad luck. Um, since we have our value, I think we attack here and offer the trade with the Bighorn. We've drawn 2 cards from it, and they don't know if we're going to draw any more. So, okay, yeah. That kind of tells me that they may not have another mount in hand. And they want to keep getting their Wily value. And the bad thing about missing on the land drop there is that we can't actually play our Savage Smash and another creature next turn, which is pretty bad for us. Okay, and they do have a second mount, so yeah, I feel like we were a little greedy with our land there, and now we're being punished pretty badly. What's our path out here? I mean, we have to kill the Wily, but the only way to do so would be to 2-for-1 ourselves. So I think what we do is we concede that we're going to have to let them get another. I mean, we could have played the Dance with the Tumbleweeds, I guess, and that probably would have been a pretty good play. Okay. And then I think what we're going to do is Mourner Surprise. Is there even anything good to get? I guess we will Raucous Entertainer and pass. But yeah, we are definitely not doing great here. I think, let's see, we're at 16. They've got quite a bit of power they could send at us. And they've got the Grizzly to give them trample. We don't have a good block on their Bighorn, so they're going to keep making sheep. Yeah, this is... The Bighorn has given them so much value here. They made 3 sheep, drawn 3 cards, gained 3 life. And they've hit us for 10. Or... not 10. 7, I guess, now. And yeah, I don't see a reason to double block here. If we had like a 3 toughness creature, then it might be worth it. Jeez, another grizzly. Alright, so I think we play this out. Something interesting is they have only used 1 removal spell. So there's a real chance they have like an Oblivion Ring style effect. And if we play this as like a 5/5 or a 6/6, we actually just get completely wrecked next turn. We might even die. The alternative is we could crew the Burrow Fiend with the Entertainer, use a Savage Smash. That would be all we could do. Doesn't seem great. So let's do this. Drawing a card, and then I think we pass here. And hope that they don't have a removal for our 6/6. Because if they do, it's definitely possible that they just kill us this turn. And we're not playing around anything like the green overrun effect. We just can't beat that. No point to play around it. Next turn, we might be able to turn the corner though, killing the Wily with the Savage Smash, plus playing the Patient Naturalist. Okay, so this is an interesting. If they attack here, what could get us? I don't really know. I think no matter what, like they could give it indestructible. They could use steer clear plus indestructible trick, but that would still be like a 2/2, so it wouldn't be the end of the world. Archangel of Tides. Oh, that's really bad. We can't. Oh, okay. This one is always confusing to me, but when it's untapped, we have to pay 1 extra. When it's tapped, we have to pay 1 extra to block. That's okay. This is why it's confusing. When it's untapped, we have to pay 1 extra to attack, and when it's tapped, we have to pay 1 extra to block. So, yeah, we might need to remove this thing because otherwise, next turn they swing all out and we just die. Uh-oh, that's not good. Okay. I think we just take our lumps here. And they might have something. But I guess we could. Yeah. I think we just do it like this. If they have something, they have something. We can't really play that much around it. We're just on the back foot here, so kind of have to hope that they don't have something good. All right, well, that's honestly not that bad. Well, now what would be bad for us is if they can blow out our Savage Smash, which we're definitely going to need to use next turn to kill the Archangel. Yeah, I think we could play the Bristle Pack, Savage Smash. basically hope they don't have anything here. Because, alright, nice. Yeah, if they had something there, we would just, it would be over. Then we play this. And, okay, yeah, I'm happy to mill all of that stuff. And, let's see, I haven't done the math, but I think we are okay for now. And they could, of course, have more interaction, more steer clears. I mean, this card is definitely a lot better in the mount deck, but it doesn't help you get blowouts unless they double block. Which, yeah. This is definitely a card I should maybe play around more often. At least be thinking about it as something that could blow us out. Because I always am only thinking really about Snakeskin Veil or the Indestructible Trick. I think this game would have gone a lot differently if we had triple block there. Though, if they had both the steer clears, maybe it wouldn't have mattered. Alright, yeah, I don't care about this at all. Our Trailblazer's gotten lots of value. Their Wily's gotten lots of value, so... And if that's the best play they have, then we could actually be doing really well. I think I'm going to risk it here, and I really want to crew this to give us a better Mourner surprise. Because we also have the Bristlepack Sentry. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, that is a... Okay, I think we actually attack here because it's so huge. Right. And that's fine. Now we get back our Cactarantula. And play a 6/5. That if they target it, we get to draw a card. So, feeling pretty good right now. I think we're going to crew this again. And if they want to quadruple block our Cactarantula, I'm totally fine with that. I'm not going to play around them playing splashing black for the discard spell. Okay. So, crew this guy again. And I think we throw from the saddle the 2/2. I guess we do it with the Bristlepack Sentry here. Just so they're going to chump this thing anyways, right? So yeah, and they have to double chump, so we might as well send in this one, I think. Okay, so somehow we went from seeming like there was no way we could win to stabilizing and coming back. I mean, so the turning point really was they made a bad attack with the Drover Grizzlies plus the Bighorn. They 2-for-1 themselves by using Steer Clear to get rid of our 6/6. And then we just trade. Maybe they didn't think we would trade with these, but we just traded with them. And at that point, all they had left was the Wily and a bunch of 1/1s plus the Gold Pan. and then we were able to get a little lucky to reanimate the Cactarantula there. But even if we couldn't, we still had like a 3/3, and they just kind of flooded out. So nice win there. On to the next. Let's see what we get here. I think this is keepable. I mean, it's definitely keepable. It's not the greatest hand, but since we don't have any good things that we're kind of building up to with this hand, I think we want to try to get value out of the entertainer, which means next turn we play another entertainer. Kind of awkward that we drew the tap land here, but I don't think we're going to need this. Ooh, that is another option. I think we go with this one here. And we will give it a counter. Okay, nice. So this is nice that we draw another 2-drop because... Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, so we can just play this again. Play this. Give this. And I guess we might as well... Like, we're going to have to trade for that at some point. I don't particularly want to use a removal spell on it. So... Next turn, we can actually double pump this. And, yeah, I mean, this is looking pretty sweet. I think we go, obviously, with the Naturalist next turn. Maybe we can pump it up to a 4/5. If they play a Must Kill Bomb, then we'll play our Terminal Agony. I feel good if my opponent is playing this card, which I don't think is particularly good. What this could mean is that they've got the steal effect, the act of treason. Okay, here we're going to just play our Naturalist. I suspect that they might have the 4-mana Exile. Or could be Murder or something like that. Okay, that's nice. And then we might as well attack here. If they have Skullduggery, then they kind of get us, but it's not the end of the world. Still, okay, it looks like they might have something. Desert Stew, maybe? Yep, Skullduggery. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. And it's not ideal, but definitely not the end of the world. Our Rise of the Varmints is getting better. Like, honestly, if we draw a land next turn, we might just Rise of the Varmints, because then we've got 4/4/3s. Seems pretty good. But we might be able to do better. I definitely don't want to use the Terminal Agony, because someone who has this many colors in their deck certainly has some kind of bomb. Okay. That I am willing to use the Savage Smash on. Question is the coast clear? They've got 2 deserts. So let's assume that they have Desert's Due here. If I Savage Smash, they would give -4/-4. I would get +2/+2. So I guess it wouldn't be Save. This might be worth just killing. They could also have the bring back, like +2/+0, return it, but I think it's more likely they have Desert Stew. So we're going to just shoot this guy here. And if they have the other card, then so be it, but... Okay, and I don't feel like... Actually, maybe we do play into the... Like, the Desert Stew, it's still a 1-for-1. Okay, yeah, so they didn't have it. They might have been scared of Skullduggery, or they could just have something completely different, of course. Next turn, I think we're going to... It's highly dependent on if we draw that land. Okay, so I am going to play this out. I'm not going to use Savage Smash. It feels unnecessary to do it into all this open mana. And if they don't do anything here, then we're going to Dance of the Tumbleweeds. Okay, that's nice. So here we can dance. I'm not going to play around a counter. They have it, they have it. Rather have them counter this than the Rise of the Varmints. Okay, they did not have it. And since we have all our colors, we don't care that much about pinging them for one. We're going to go for the Surveil value. And we can even... Oh, we'll keep that on top. And I'll pump this up to an 8. So... I think at this point we want to kill them as quickly as possible in case they have overwhelming forces. So, okay, nice. All right, if they had overwhelming forces in their hand, they wouldn't have made that play. They would have probably chumped for value. Okay, so I can throw from the saddle plus Savage Smash. Or I could Rise from the Varmints. Rise of the Varmints. I'm going to go with just an attack of the 4/5. And assume they're going to double block here. Ooh, actually I made a mistake, didn't I? That's fine. I think we're actually going to throw from the saddle now. Or do we Rise of... I guess we just Rise of the Varmints here. And it's going to be pretty tough for them to beat us without a board wipe. Okay, nice. Yeah, that is definitely showcases the synergy of the Rise of the Varmints plus the Entertainers. Though we definitely had the game well in hand, felt. Opponent didn't really have much going on. Maybe they flooded out a little bit, but yeah, on to the next. Okay, nice. Currently 3-0. Playing Ducker. Okay, this is a definite keeper. And I think since we... Yeah, we don't really have any 4-drops in the deck outside of Rise of the Varmints. So I think we just keep the Desert in hand to maybe trigger our Servant of the Stinger. Okay, and drawing that, we definitely want to play that instead. And then next turn we'll play Servant plus Pump It. No need to trade here. Okay, and go like this. They want to kill this in response. That is perfectly fine by me. Holy cow. And this 2/4 Death Toucher is going to be quite good if they don't have removal for it. And here we could even... Let's see. We might be able to get our opponent to make a bad block if we attack here with the Servant of the Stinger after playing our Desert. I don't actually think there's anything we would want to search. The only thing I can think is maybe to search the... I wonder if we even attack with the Raucous Entertainer here. I guess not, because they... Oh, I wasn't really paying attention to the fact that they did that, but... yeah, let's see. I think we decline here, and we... This is going to give them all +1/+1 in Vigilance. So because of that, I'm going to play the Drover Grizzly, because our 3/3 would trade anyways. And then... Oh, you know what? That doesn't really make much sense. Because we kind of want to use Throw from the Saddle on our Grizzly. Oh, okay. This is really interesting. They did not attack with the Treasure. And now they're passing with all their mana. So that is very, very weird. I do not want to use Throw from the Saddle when they have 3 cards in hand. And they have 5 untapped mana. I think what I do is I just cast this as a 4/4. Alternatively, we do the Entertainer. It doesn't seem great, so yeah, let's just play this as a 4/4. And yeah, I mean, they've definitely got something, I would assume. I guess the other thing is that they could be mana screwed. Color screwed, I guess. Yeah, not really sure what's going on here, but I'm not feeling super good. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm glad that we didn't plot that then. Yeah, we still have the 2/4 blocker with Death Touch. We've got the 4/2. So if they remove the Servant of the Stinger, they might... Oh, they did not put anything away. So they liked both of their cards. Journey to Nowhere on the Servant Stinger, I guess. Kind of annoying that they're exiling all of our stuff. We are going to trade here. Just because I don't want to hold up Throw from the Saddle and they just kill it anyways. Form a Posse. That's not good. Posse's... Okay, so how do we get out of this? They can pump up the flyer. So if I kill the flyer, I pump up one of these entertainers. And then what? I could also get back the Drover Grizzly and play it out. They pump this up for 5, but then next turn we can throw from the saddle. It's not ideal either. I think we need to throw the... Let's see. Pump this, play the Grizzly. I could also pump this. Yeah, I could do this plus the entertainer, pump it. I don't think this leaves me dead on board. Like, they pumped us up to 5, I chump. Or I could even double block. So, then again, they did double top. Ooh, that's interesting. I guess that makes sense in a way. Because they want a double trade, but I'm fine with this trade. If they drew like a... Okay. Yeah, this is not too bad. Then we Grizzly plus throw from the saddle. Hope that they don't have removal. If they do, we're just dead. Okay. Technically alive. Oh, nope, we're just dead. Yeah. And this is what I was kind of talking about in the draft. This card is not amazing, but I've won games exactly like that where you flash it in end of turn and it deals the last 2 points of damage, or 3 points in this case. We actually aren't that good against flyers, so we're kind of, you know, we've got the Cactarantula and the Hollow Marauder. That's pretty much it. So I think there are a lot of decks that end up being that way, but yeah, good game from our opponent. The next one. Okay. I think we keep this. We have 2 uncastable cards right now, but pretty much that's fine. And I'm fine. Next turn, I'm planning on playing this and pumping it 1. Because I don't think we're going to need murder immediately. And yeah, this having 2 power is quite good. Okay. Magda. Alright, I guess we do want the murder. Okay, this is actually pretty scary. Really want to draw a black source here. Okay, I think we actually attack here and then get a throw from the saddle, because if the Magda pops off, then we basically lose. And this is a window where they can't do anything about it, so yeah, let's get the... I guess the other thing we could do is get the Outcaster Trailblazer and like plot it. Maybe that's not that bad. This is kind of like a higher upside play, but if they have protection for their Magna, then it could come back to bite us. But I think I like that. So I am just going to plot this one. And depending on what they do next turn, we can either murder the Magda, or we can cast our Trailblazer plus Cactarantula. And if they want to use, like, the other nice thing about this is this kind of incentivizes them to use a removal spell on a 2/2. But I guess now they're going to just get another desert. Yeah, I mean, this is really playing out nicely for them. This enters another. Okay. Yeah, I guess we have to do this now. and hope they don't have a counterspell or something. Top, okay. Yep. Yeah, I guess we murder and hope for the best here. Because we can't let that live. Okay, nice. And I don't... We could also Savage Smash. I was thinking of just attacking here. Let's say we take 8 or 9 on the crack pack, then we're at 5 or 6. Then we play this plus Cactarantula. Doesn't seem great. So I think we play this out, make a black mana here, play our Servant of the Stinger, and then we just pump them both to be mana efficient here. Yes, it does give them a chance to kill our Trailblazer, but if they're killing our Trailblazer, then they're not killing our Cactarantula. And now we have a good blocker for both the Airynx and the Green Blade, though I'm not going to block the Airynx if they attack. Okay, so they're definitely in the tank here. Which I think is good for us. Remembering they did top whatever they drew this turn, and they're clearly about to use another crime. I'm guessing they're going to kill maybe my Servant of the Stinger. Calamity. Oh my goodness. That is quite good. Okay, well... Yeah, that is a really good play. They're hitting me for how much here? Okay. Jagged Barrens and Bucolic Roach. 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, we're obviously going to block Calamity. And the question is, do we block the Airynx? I don't think so. I don't think we win by making that block. Obviously, there are direct burn spells that could potentially kill us. Like, they could skewer the Critic Cess for 3 to kill us right here. But, yeah, we just aren't... I guess the other thing is... Okay, yeah, they searched up only one ping desert, so that's kind of a good sign for us. And here we just play out the Cactarantula. And we cannot afford to pump here, because otherwise they attack with everything. We block, we take 2, go down to 1, they kill us with the desert. So we're kind of in a bit of a sticky situation here, because when they play that, the Green Blade is going to get pumped. And we're also just dead to any removal here, I think. Yeah, we're dead. Assuming that our opponent sees the play here, which I'm sure they do. They may even have another spell, looks like. Oh, that is not the play. They could be playing around maybe I guess Skullduggery. I think that's the only card that actually does anything. Okay. We kind of are forced to double block here. They have a trick, then they have a trick. Okay, yeah, so our opponent just got, either was very scared of Skullduggery, which would have gotten them anyways, or they just tunnel visioned and didn't think about attacking with their mana dorks. But I'm not going to complain, because they've given us a chance to stabilize here. Okay, we kind of wanted to make a treasure there, and unfortunately milled 2 non-creature spells. So we're once again not in a particularly good spot. We are dead to them having a desert. We're dead to a single removal spell. Trample. Yeah. I expect if they play like they were before. Oh, this can't be good. Another removal. And let's detour. And we do not want to draw that again. Okay, playing the Griffin. We're dead on board here if our opponent thinks of attacking with the 1/1s. Yep, that's it. Yeah, so they missed lethal the previous turn, so we were on borrowed time. But well played by our opponent. Otherwise, they had a really nice draw, and we got punished by not killing the Magda. We could have killed the Magda, and that might have given us the chance to stabilize. But went for the high upside and kind of got punished. So. Okay, we are 3-2 now. So any game could be our last. Definitely have been having fun with the deck. It would be sad to go 3-0 into 0-3, but happens sometimes. Playing against Jub. So this hand, I don't think we can keep it just because we really need green and we can't cast any of our spells. This one, though, is totally fine. And I think this is where we do that Raucous Entertainer into Bristlepack Sentry play that I talked about during the draft or the deck building portion. So yeah, here we're going to play our Raucous Entertainer. Hopefully they don't kill it. Next turn we'll play the Pylons and pump this up to a 4/4 so it can attack on its own. We can't block here. Looks like our opponent might have like a Sultai plot deck or something. I think we'll keep that on top. Okay, so now we've got this as basically a 3-mana 4/4. Next turn, we could trash the town. I don't want to use a combat trick into that much open mana though. So we're going to name black here, I think. We only have 1 double black card. We have 2 red cards, so I guess we'll name red. And the question is, do we Dance of the Tumbleweeds here? Or do we Drover Grizzly? And I think we Drover Grizzly. And they have a good double block, so I don't see a reason to attack. stalemate here. Once again, not a huge fan of attacking into this much open mana. I think we're gonna Dance of the Tumbleweeds here just for creature value. They could have a counter, but that's fine if they do. Okay, so this is, I think, set us up for a nice attack next turn with a Trash the Town at full value. And I think we've got enough good attacks that... Okay, uh-oh. That is the best card in the set. And we do not have an answer. Okay, so I think we kind of... There's a couple ways we play this, right? One, we hope that they have no instant speed removal, and we trash the town next turn using the +2/+2 mode. But I think what is a better play is for us to attack here. Let's see, how much can they hit us on the crackback? 7. Let's assume they're going to play another land. 7, 13 plus 5, 18, potentially 19 because they get to draw a card. So we would have to chump. We might die on the crackback. But I think that this is a better play than sitting back. Okay. All right, so how do we want to do this? Because they're black-green, I think killing the Bonnie Paul isn't necessarily like gonna be the last we see of it. And I want to get rid of the menace creature, so what we're gonna do here, okay, we're gonna order the blockers like this. We're gonna pump this up to a 7/7, give it trample, and the draw 2 cards. So we'll do it all to this guy. And I think that's good. Okay, then we play this out and pass our turn. We might get a bit of a walloping here, but I don't think it could have, like, we did effectively feed one of our creatures to the Bonnie Paul, but I think that's fine. And yeah, I definitely did not want to trade with the Bonnie Paul while not trading for the cow, because there's a really good chance that they, especially because this is the best card in the set from a win rate perspective, there's a really good chance that they have loaded their deck up with as many different reanimation spells as they could find. Like I would play 2 or 3 copies of the 2 mana whatchamacallit. Okay, here I think we discard the Naturalists. No, I guess we discard the Bristlepack. And then the question is, how greedy do we want to get? And I think the answer is we've got to go for greed. So we play this out. Hopefully we mill a creature. Okay, yes we did. Now we can play out this. And we can also use our Raucous Entertainer. Now, yeah, I'm still not feeling great about this position that we're in. There's also an argument to be made to attack here, since that would take them down to 12, and then we have lethal on the way back, though we would have to block. we also die to removal that way, so... Or I guess we don't die to removal, but if they remove our flyer, we're basically having to chump with a naturalist, and then we're pretty much dead, so... I think we pass here. I still think we're in a pretty bad position. We've got 1 card in hand, they've got 3 cards, 4 cards now, I guess. And yeah, we have to trade. Though once again, I suspect that they've got something. Oh, that's really bad for us. Yeah. Yeah, this card is just so good. It's like, oh yeah, 6/5 reach. Also, it makes a 6/6 that grows with every land you play. And if that's not enough, anytime you attack with any creature, you get to draw a card and play a land. Like, really? Is that necessary? But yeah, we're dead on board here, so this opponent has a sweet deck. I'm not sure how they're 3-2, but maybe their mana's been bad in some games, so yeah, good game. Fun draft. A little disappointing that we didn't get better than a 3-3, but I think we had some fun games in the first 3. And that last game felt pretty unwinnable, but we still had a chance because of the Trash the Town. Yeah. Overall, though, felt like a pretty fun deck. We could have used a little more of the recursion. And we only got to play the Rise of the Varmints once, and we were already kind of winning, and then it just kind of like sealed the deal for us. We also had a lot of 2-drops and not a ton of top end, which, you know, that last opponent, for example, played 2 Hollow Marauders and the Bonnie Paw. They probably had a little more top end in their deck, so this deck definitely could have used a little more top end, I would say. But yeah, fun drafts, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.